everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today is the update for my Panda palette of this year. If you have not seen any of my other videos, I will link them down below. They are in a playlist. And if you don't know what Panda palette is, basically I'm trying to use up an entire eyeshadow palette. That's a short version of it. That's as easy as it sounds. It's not that easy, but I'm trying my best. I am this year panning the Nabla Dreamy palette. Let's get into it. I will show you what my palette looked like last time. And here it is today. So I will put up a side-by-side comparison as to what my palette looked like last month and what it looks like today, and we will go over the amount of uses of last month. So the first eyeshadow is Immaculate. I have used that 19 times. Then we have Illusion. I've used 12 times. Vanitas I've used 15 times. Metal Cupid and Inception I both did not use. Lullaby I've used twice, and Dogma I've used 11 times. Then I have a little side palette in which I did some frankening. If you have not seen that video, I will link it for you. I have frankened some of the eyeshadows that were in the palette to become other eyeshadows that I did enjoy using. There has been a lot going on there. There was, oh my gosh, this palette is a mess. There was a blush in there from the shade Sistina, and then I also made a mixture of the shade Senorita with a shimmer, and for both eyeshadows they were also still in the palette mixed with a different shimmer. Now I've taken those out, as you may have seen, and I've decided to just mix all of Senorita in one blush pan and mix all of Sistina in one blush pan. I will show you these in a second. First, let's check out my two Franken shades that I did. One, I've just used Inception with another eyeshadow that was not from this palette, and in one I've used Rose Gold with another eyeshadow that was not in this palette. No, not Rose Gold, Metal Cupid, I'm sorry. I will put up a photo of what this looked like last month. And this is what it looks like today. As you can see, this pan is now empty and this pan is now empty, and there's a whole lot of loose powder still floating around here. But this is what the other two eyeshadows look like. And I have used the Rose Gold one 4 times. And I've used the purple one 2 times for a total of 5. So not a lot of uses, but we're slowly getting there. Then for the blushes that I've made, I'm actually gonna insert a photo of what it looked like at the beginning and then what it looks like now, because I did not repress them with alcohol because I did not really want to change the formula, but that means that it's just loose powder. They've gone super powdery. I don't know if it's because I repressed it or if it's just old and the formula is getting very crumbly. I've noticed it with the shimmers. They're starting to do that. These mattes, if I dip in my brush, there's just a lot of loose powder, so it's just loose in there. And I have used the Sistina blush, so the orange one, 13 times, and the Senorita blush, the red one, I've used 10 times. So in total, if we're just looking at Sistina, I was using that as an eyeshadow before and then as a blush. So my total usage on that shadow, even though there's now also shimmer mixed in, we're not going to talk about that. It's still just Sistina. My total use on that is 88. I've used that shade 88 times. And for Senorita, it's 21. So from now on, I'm just gonna count those. I have actually been thinking about repressing them in the same pan, so just mixing them to be one blush color, and then I might repress them with alcohol because this is just a whole mess. Yeah, but I do enjoy these shades and I've been wearing them pretty much on a regular basis as a blush. Okay, so now let's go over the total amount of uses that I have on this palette. Immaculate, I've used a total of 80 times in this project. Illusion, I've used a total of 76 times in this project. Vanitas, I've used a total of 57 times in the project. Metal Cupid is still stuck at 17 and Inception is still stuck at 8. And then Lullaby I have used a total of 19 times in this project, and Dogma I've used a total of 82 times in this project. So that is where we're at. I think you can see the most changes in Immaculate and Vanitas. I've actually started using Immaculate not only as an inner corner highlight, but also to highlight my chest area if I'm wearing the right shirt for it. And that has helped me use it up. Vanitas I've been just using as a lit shade, but like I said, these shades are starting to get very crumbly, so I just lose quite a bit of product every time I use it. I'm thinking about doing some more frankening with this palette, which I will probably make a video about. Like, I honestly want to take out Metal Cupid and Inception and just franken them, because the shades I've made are fine. I've enjoyed using them a lot more than I've used these shades, obviously, because I've used those 0 times in the last times. And I've used the other ones here and there. Not a lot, but here and there. And then, honestly, I'm thinking about just depotting all of these shades, because what will we still have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shadows, you know? But I'm not really sure yet. Honestly, I don't. So like I said, the 2 blushes I'm probably gonna combine. And then I realized that maybe I want to add another palette, which is crazy because I don't even know if I can use up this palette. So why am I adding a second palette? Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while. I thought of making this my next year's Panda palette, and then I've read some concerning things about the brand and the owner, and I was like, yeah, I want to get this out of my collection. Honestly, it was political, had to do with Russia, Putin. I don't know, I don't want to get into it on my channel because honestly that's not my place, but I do have thoughts and feelings on it. If you want to know, I will link the video that I saw about this down below and in the cards, if I remember to put it in the cards. So just, I don't want to provoke anyone or anything, but I feel like it's been really just put away. No one is talking about that, and it just stings. It's weird. So I actually think I'm gonna roll in my Nervina palette, my ABH Nervina palette. Now, I have been using this for frankening. You may have seen that in the frankening video. This is what mine currently looks like. And I've used Dreamer and Wild Child in the frankening process. It is slightly similar to the Dreamy palette, like an inner corner highlight, a gold, a rose gold, some like purpley shades, and then this cool toned matte. This shadow honestly is practically the same as Illusion is. So I was hesitant, but seeing that video and hearing all those things, I was like, I want to work this out of my collection, and maybe this will help me to speed up the process on my Dreamy palette. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I saying that I'm going to be finishing this palette at the end of this year, but I just want to add it to the mix and start working on it. Maybe ahead of time, I don't know, is this cheating? It will probably roll over into next year, and I will try to finish as much as I can. And then I also can use all of these eyeshadows for frankening if I want to, which is going to be a separate video if I'm going to do it. I probably am. Yeah, I might even depot all of these eyeshadows just to get rid of this packaging. Just put them all in the same palette together with the Dreamy palette shades that are left. I'm not sure yet. We will see. Again, if I do that, I will make a video about it. But that is it for this video. I'm sorry if it was a mess. Yeah, that's just what it is right now. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Please let me know what you think I should do with both of these palettes. Maybe once this is up, I've already been, you know, doing things to it, but nonetheless, let me know what I should do. I would love to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you again in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!